Over the last 21 months or so, we've had at least 8 Star Wars games announced, along with a couple of releases along the way, with the last 3 games, funnily enough, being LEGO Star Wars Battles, LEGO Star Wars Castaways, and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. With the vast majority of these upcoming Star Wars games, none of them have specific release dates or even release years besides Jedi Survivor and Star Wars Hunters, both of which are next year. This means that most of these games are likely quite far away from release and have been announced incredibly early, so why is that? Well, in today's video I want to help you guys make some sense of it just in case there was any confusion. One reason as to why games get announced early is to generate excitement. Most of the time you won't know anything about the game apart from the potential genre it will be, but at least you know about it and it gets people talking, which for a business is exactly what you want. Whilst that will be one reason and a benefit, typically the biggest reason for games being announced so early is to drive up recruitment so that these games can actually be made. Let's take a look at Hunters and Jedi Survivor. Both games come out next year, but we've actually known about them for a few years now. We knew the Jedi team at Respawn Entertainment still existed after the release of Fallen Order, so there was always the assumption that a new game would release, and that was officially confirmed by EA earlier in the year. As for Hunters, that was officially announced back in February 2021, but we knew it was being made back in 2018, as that's when Zynga got the license to work on a new Star Wars game with the option of a second. Their official announcements years after they began, therefore, is to properly reveal the games and get people excited for them given how close they are to releasing. As for games like Star Wars Eclipse from Quantic Dream for example, that was revealed at the end of 2021 with a CGI trailer, but it likely won't come out until 2026 or 2027. What's interesting with Quantic Dream though is that they're a well-known studio, but because of all the controversy going around there because of David Cage and others at the studio, a lot of people really don't want to work there. Having a CGI trailer like the one they showcased last year will obviously get a lot of people talking about the game, but it should also drive up a lot of interest for developers to go and work at Quantic Dream on this Star Wars game. Other companies like Ubisoft, for example, don't have the same level of issues, so they don't necessarily need to showcase anything. With them, it's a simple case of Ubisoft are making a Star Wars game, so chances are a lot of people will go and apply for jobs there. Let's look at another example. When EA announced that Respawn were working on 3 Star Wars games, at the bottom they very clearly spoke about how they have got plenty of jobs going for these games. That means that EA clearly has big intent to hire for these projects, and that's very likely why they announced the strategy game and the FPS so far in advance. Announcing games like this is a smart thing for companies to do, as it means that you'll definitely be able to recruit people for these games to be made, but as a fan it's obviously a real shame because we had the Ubisoft game announced over a year and a half ago now, and whilst there is a lot of excitement for it, we've not heard anything about it since, which is a real shame. As a Star Wars gaming YouTuber who basically lives and breathes Star Wars games, it can be tough, but we should start seeing more and more releases and consistent news postings as of next year, which I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully this video has helped you understand a little bit more about why games are announced so early, and I'll be making plenty more videos about all future Star Wars games, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel with the notification bells turned on. That is it from me though guys, thank you all very much for watching and may the force be with you always.